Hello, this is the Dak speaking from tlook.com, bringing you the latest libertarian news. I got a message from my friend Jim Davidson with a very important piece of news. To all of you who know the Liberty Dollar, value-based currency, it's on, baby, it's on. We're finally going on trial, and let me read to you what he shared with me. So this is the latest news, brothers. This is the latest. Okay, so he says, I am posting this here for information of interest to some of my friends. Text below is by Bernard for himself. Note that he confuses the 9th Amendment for the 10th, but he's had a stressful time of it. Okay, so this is news. Liberty Dollar alert. Urgent news for all Liberty Dollar supporters. FBI arrests Bernard, Kevin, Sarah, and Raquel. The battle for a value-based currency has begun. The last 2 days have been amazing. Just shortly after midnight on Tuesday, the phone started ringing and I let the answering machine take the call. But very soon, there was another call with an even more urgent message. Very quickly, a friend of Kevin Hines explained to me that Kevin had been detained by the local sheriff and was being held for the FBI to arrest him. Holy cow! The number 2 supporter for the Liberty Dollar and co-instructor at the Liberty Dollar University training sessions was in deep trouble with the feds. I was sure to be next, but would they arrive in a few minutes, or would it be a pre-dawn Nazi-style assault? Finally, I got up at 4 a.m. I was very concerned for Kevin and wondered when the FBI would hit me. Fortunately, the morning was quickly filled with a flurry of calls from Kevin's friend, other interested parties, the usual business calls, and making preparations for the inevitable knock on the door. But nobody came. Then just after noon, Niles, whose wife Raquel manages the Liberty Dollar fulfillment office, called to tell me that Raquel had been picked up by the FBI at the LD office and was due to be arraigned in just a few hours. The FBI strikes again. Luckily, I was able to talk to Raquel via her cell phone while the FBI was holding her. I was pleased that the FBI agents were the friendly professional types and afforded Raquel and I quite a few minutes of private conversation. Under the circumstances, Raquel's demeanor and resolve was right on target. And very quickly I learned that a warrant had been issued for my arrest. And just as quickly, Raquel was off to court to be arraigned. Much later in the afternoon, I learned to my surprise that 3 big FBI agents had arrested Sarah at work. She and Raquel were arraigned together and quickly released to on their own recognizance before the sun set on a very eventful day for the Liberty Dollar. The quick professional effort with Sarah and Raquel was gratifying and encouraging. Unfortunately, I was to learn that Sarah lost her job because of this event. By last afternoon, it was clear that the Liberty Dollar would be best served by my turning myself in to the U.S. Marshals, otherwise known as self-reporting. After a few calls, I found myself talking to Agent Andy, aka Agent F, who was his usually friendly, chatty self. He even recognized my voice, although we had only spoken twice, and that was over 18 months ago. Sure enough, he confirmed that a federal arrest warrant for my arrest had been issued. And after a bit of gamesmanship with Agent Andy, I agreed to report to the U.S. Marshal's office in Fort Myers, Florida at 9:00 a.m. on Thursday morning, as it was too late to be arraigned, plus an overnight in jail would have wrinkled my clothes. The following morning, Thursday, June 3rd, 2009, I actually arrived at the Marshal's office at 8:30 due to light traffic. As the saying goes, if you gotta do time, do federal time. Quite simply, the federal boys are better educated, better trained, and have better manners. I was immediately escorted to a holding cell. After an hour or less, I met with the pre-Trilla service rep and made it to court at 11 in chains and handcuffs. The female judge was businesslike and granted my request to attend my son's graduation in physics from UCLA next week. After fingerprinting, signing a $50,000 appearance bond, one final meeting with the pre-indictment service rep, I was free. In general, the arraignment was a pleasant affair. The U.S. Marshals did their job with very little attitude, as they should. After all, I'm self-reporting, and it is for anything violent. I just want to prove that I have a right to issue my own currency, and if anybody chooses to use it, then it is a private contract. It is certainly not a crime. And so it came to pass, 2009, years after the birth of Christ, that 4 regular Americans have taken a stand to defend the people's right to protect themselves from a government currency that has a long and unforgiving history of stealing the people's purchasing power. This is a test of individual rights as protected by the 10th Amendment, or 9. It is the deciding moment that a private voluntary barter currency is legal in the great United States of America. This is a test that the Liberty Dollar must and will pass. For that I have no doubt. But it will not be easy or cheap. Please, if you support our efforts, support us with any kind of money you have, including pro bono services, now that the Liberty Dollar faces a federal criminal trial. It is the U.S. government versus Liberty Dollar. A la Bernard, Kevin, Sarah, and Raquel. Please help us win. Please help yourself win. Please help American win. Very simple, this is a win or lose battle. In addition to money for this legal fight, we need articles that reference non-government currency, such as air miles as currency, legal research assistance, expert witnesses, legal assistance, etc. If you support the ideals of the Liberty Dollar, this is the time to get behind the Liberty Dollar. We critically need your help. Please send your digital info to legal@libertydollar.org and your donations of value, including other kinds of currencies, to Liberty Dollar 225 and Stockwell Road, Evansville, Indiana 47715. I will be posting the contact information. This is important. If you consider yourself a libertarian, or if you consider yourself an anti-statist, anti-government, pro-freedom, whatever it is, if you want a real currency, a value-based currency like the Liberty Dollar, and you can and you want to support this this cause, because we're finally going on trial, baby. See yas.